Hey, look at that. We are live. Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Lazarbar. And I got one or two things to prepare real quick. Plus, I'm waiting on my cup of tea to finish up right here. Oh, I should turn on the overhead light so it's brighter and you can actually see things a little better. You know, these sorts of things that a professional would automatically just know to do. Hey, look at that. A lot more light. Hope y'all are having a great one. I am a little bit under the weather, hence the title of the stream. I'm going to mute my mic for a second and get things ready. Whoa, we've already got people in the chat. Hello, Eli Easy the Game Hunter and Mario Monkey. Look, I'm only a little bit sick, alright? It is already getting better, and I got this cup of vanilla bean macaron tea. Like, I don't even know how you can do that, but I got this as a present like 2 years ago, so I should probably drink these up. Needs to steep a little bit longer. I'm trying to find one more link here. Oh, here it is. There it is. Alright. I think that's everything. Hello, Ethereal Dragon, if that is your real name, and I happen to know that it is. It's kind of a weird name, like, I gotta admit that, but it's a very namely name. Like, we all know who you are. Welcome to the stream. As it says on the label, we will be getting started momentarily. Man, you can tell the lighting in here is not like all that bright. You see all this digital noise and stuff in the picture. That's just my camera, man. It's just the camera. It's trying to compensate for the fact that it's not very bright in here. But it is bright enough. And I see YouTube did not use the thumbnail I told it to. That's kind of a bummer. If you're out there, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the stream starting soon text. Look at this beautiful, beautiful piece of artwork I did for Geronimo Draws. Isn't that gorgeous? That's General Gorn. Just in case you couldn't tell from the Gorn for the Gorn Gods text. You know. He's got a sword hand too, just in case you didn't notice. Let me get that off of the screen. Remove. Yes. Alright, perfect. Due to the fact that I'm a little sick, I don't know how long I'm going to stream for. I was streaming with 6 on... oh, here's the original. Not just the photograph. I was streaming with 6 yesterday, doing some Europa Universalis stuff, and I just started coughing at like the 2-hour mark, and I could not stop coughing, which that's not so great when you're trying to stream. Before we get into the stuff that I have on my... There you go. Hold on. Wait. Can I do the pin thing here, or is that strictly a Twitch chat thing? The widget's not here. Huh. I'm supposed to have a little widget here that'll let me click on your chat and then pop it up on the screen. And now I don't see that widget. Hold on. I'm going to click through my scenes real quick. Connect to Sphere. Nah. You know, I haven't talked to him in a while. Oh, there it is. It's called Chat Highlight. Let me add that. But then I don't see it here. What the hey? If I click over here, can I do the thing with the widget? No. Can I copy the widget and put it over here? Okay, there it is. Yeah, apparently that only works with the Twitch chat. I can't do that here. That's kind of crazy. Huh. Well, sue me for trying to be all fancy schmancy. Anyway, I got this in the mail. You might have looked at the like 3-minute long unboxing video. It's a cool fantasy comic with like some kind of weird sci-fi stuff going on. Lots of violence, stabby, and yeah, lots of kicks. Man, there've been lots of Kickstarters for years. I'm gonna... Whoa, 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 whoa. Tape sticking to things. Hold on. Hold on. I was betrayed by a piece of tape. There. I don't even want to know how many Kickstarters and things I've backed. Like, it's an obscene number, and it's too much money, and I feel like I shouldn't have done any of it. But, let me flip over to... Hold on. Brave is being silly. Turn that off. Okay, now let's flip over here. You backed Eternal Warrior. Hope it wasn't a mistake. I hope it wasn't a mistake as well. But this is one I did back. Okay, good. You can't see the thing that I can't show you here. Alright, cool. So, you may have seen, like, any of my Blood Realm reviews. And if you have, you know how much I enjoyed Blood Realm. Well, there's a Kickstarter for the next volume of Blood Realm, the next 3 issues out there. I backed it. I got the, sketch card bundle, and there was also a secret perk if you signed up to the mailing list at the beginning, and I backed the secret perk too. So I guess I'm actually 2 backers in this list. But it's a cool dark fantasy comic. This is Mario Monkey. This is actually where General Gorn comes from, is this setting. He's one of these dudes, these Satrians. With they're like goat people, and he's got like a sword hand here for his right arm, and he's all evil and stuff. Is my tea done yet? It should be done. Oh, my tea is oversteeped now. Haha! Great. Yeah, I'll just leave the tea bag in. Who cares? Oh, I should have put sugar in that. It's okay without the sugar, but some sugar really would have set it off. Blood Goat. Yeah, pretty much. It's a really neat comic experience. Robert Geronimo does all of his art in black, white, and red for this book. Originally, it was just supposed to be black and white. But then the publisher got him to do red for blood, and I think it really definitively kind of shows off everything. Like, it just makes the artwork pop. There's nothing else quite like this in modern comics. It's gorgeous stuff. It's horrifying. It's a dark fantasy world, but the villain, the like super arch villain of the whole thing, in the future where he rolls, everything's also like twisted with technology and stuff too. So you have like cybernetic demons and stuff. Kind of like the Doom aesthetic. So, very cool book with very cool art. I've enjoyed the previous 9 issues. This one, I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy as well. So I went ahead and backed this thing, which gets me this cover right here, which is kind of cool. Definitely an old school throwback look. And in fact, that sure looks like a cybernetic General Gorn right there. Sword arm, Gorn face. He's just been turned into a horrifying cyborg. Poor guy. So we'll see what I get in the mail when all this stuff comes in. I'm looking forward to it. I backed the sketch card commission because I would like to have a Rob Geronimo sketch card to add to my collection of sketch cards. Oh, that tea feels good. There's a lot of Lovecraft in it. You are correct, Mario Monkey. That's a good observation. And the other book, I still got to back this one. I'm getting ready to go do that after we get done with the stream here. But this book, I don't know anything about this book, but I know this guy, Larry King. In fact, I was on his stream once upon a time back when he was doing like streams through Google Groups or something like that. That's how long ago that was. He's a very opinionated comic book guy. He makes all of his own stuff. Comic Perch's book. Is Perch working on this too? Oh yeah, assistance from Perch. There we go. But really, man, I'm in this for Larry King. He is an opinionated guy. I don't always see eye to eye with him, but I like him. and his previous books have all been pretty good. Oh, you know what? I should pull up his Twitter real quick. And hey, while I'm doing that, if you want to go ahead and hit that like button, that would be... Oh, there's his Twitter. I already had it open. Because I was going to show... Neon Trash. There it is. So, he's... this is like the first book of his that I got. It was like $5. He shipped it in a little manila envelope and stuff. And you can go to his Twitter and read this whole thing. It's about a cybernetic cop. And she doesn't take nothing from nobody. It's very fun. She's like solving the crime of all these people that have been getting murdered and stuff. Very quick. The line art in all of Larry King's stuff is very good. It's full of like simple, bold lines, which enables like everything to just kind of pop off the page. So I do recommend like checking this stuff out. In fact, let me go ahead and just drop this link in the chat for you guys. Sign into chat. Wait, I'm not signed into my own chat. Okay. Okay, OBS. Whatever you say. Hold on. Oh, there we go. I got chat open right here. Alright, let me go ahead and just drop that in the chat. You guys can check that out if you want to. Don't feel like you're obligated. But I definitely like Larry King's work. And I will be backing this Gemini jump thing here sooner or later. Wait, can I not just buy the book? Oh, there it is. $10? Oh, bro. I see he's upped his pricing game, which is probably because he's using somebody else to print instead of him printing them all himself. He used to do all the work for his books by himself. So he would do the art, the lettering, the printing, the binding, all that kind of stuff, and then the shipping. I think at some point he decided to, do things like a real person. And that might have been with the Neon Trash Storm Warning book, which was printed in like a magazine size format. Which I gave him a lot of fun over, because I'm just like, dude, can't you like print a normal size comic book? You're either printing these little digest size books or this gigantic magazine size book, bro. So it looks like he's finally going with a normal comic form factor. And I gotta mute my mic for just a minute because I'm about to start coughing. Oh, that's better. Anyway, I just wanted to show that off a little bit. And let me look in the chat here. Let's see. Eli Easy, there's some new Razor book coming out, and it's not by Heartso, and that concerns me. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about there, but, I can get with it, man. I can get with it. I'm there with you, bro. Oh, man. I might have to end this real quick. There's like a growing tickling feeling in my throat, and I think it's going to make me cough a bunch. So anyway, let's get to the actual books I bought today, because that's kind of what the purpose of this stream is just, hey, here's what I got today. So as you all may or may not know, I go to Graham Crackers to get my comic books every week. Sometimes I go to a Westfield Comics near here, but that's like pretty sporadic. Most of my comic shopping is done at Graham Crackers. And when you go to a Graham Crackers Comics, on a Wednesday, you get 3 books out of the 75-cent bin for free. And here's those 3 free books. Kind of slowly filling out my Justice League Europe collection for some reason. I don't even like this book, but I keep collecting them because they're there. They're just waiting for me. They're free. How can you possibly pass up free? And I did read this one, well, I guess read is like too strong of a term for what I did, but I certainly like flipped through it, and I enjoyed the fact that we started bringing up like old Greek mythology stuff, because Wonder Woman randomly rolls in to help them beat up the villain, and Metamorpho starts explaining like the difference between like Olympian and chthonic and stuff, and it was actually a pretty interesting read because of that. Also, like, Wonder Woman has this great bit on one of the pages here. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. So Metamorpho's like, just like our friendly neighborhood Amazon here. Oh, thank you, Metamorpho. And I think this probably should have looked a lot better because I can't quite tell, like, what's going on there because her lip, which isn't the same color as her face up here, is suddenly the same color as her face, and it's like her tongue is sticking out or something. I don't know. But I like that interaction. I thought that was kind of mildly amusing, you know what I mean? Also, look at this, man. Mile High Comics are still in business today. If you live in Denver, you can get their books, or you can get your books through them. That's something I find kind of amazing. That comic books don't have comic book stores advertising in them anymore. You know, you would think that that would be something that a comic book company would want. Like, hey, if we give you some ad space, then you can advertise. Like, you would think. Here, let me just go ahead and spoil this. Like, oh man, I'm about to cough. Sorry about that. You would think, like, here, modern comic book, Batman, Adventures Continue. This should be something fairly popular. And you know, they advertise, like, their TV shows in here. Why isn't, like, this last page here, where they have the publisher information, like, why isn't half of this devoted to, you can buy your comic books at this store? Or just have a store listing or something. It seems like a no-brainer to me. Let's see, I was just flipping through to see if this book over here did what I wanted. It doesn't. Do I have another alternate book? Oh, here we go. Maybe Legends of Log will save us. That's one thing I like about Alterna Comics. Even though they don't have that many stores that carry their books anymore. They often, not always, but often, have a list of just stores that will that carry their books. So you can totally check that out. And be like, oh yeah, hey, where's Mellow Blue Planet? Where's AJ's Comics? Where's Escape Hatch Books? A lot of these are like in the New England area, because that's where Alterna's at. So I'm sure that the publisher just drives over there and is like, hey man, you want some books? Thank you, Very Handy Comic Book, for being very handy when I needed a comic book to be handy. I appreciate it, bro. Much love. Oh, hold on. I missed a kind of a hefty-looking chat. They must have been really trying to get those sales in Europe with this book, because Cameron received reason for a European division of the jail. This was also Justice League International, and I think it was like JLI at first, and then it started alternating between like JLA and JLE, and it was the same book, but they kind of flipped through different teams. So I think it was just really kind of like they just wanted to have multiple teams, and they chose something more interesting than having the team named Blue and Red, kind of like the X-Men, or Blue and Gold, whatever it is, which was really dumb. And, you know, Marvel just needs to die. Modern Marvel just needs to die. Let's just leave it at that. Boom. Done. Oh, man, that tea's so good. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of a cool book. And then these other two books are both Dark Stars. I have no idea anything about who these characters are. Like, I don't even know what I'm looking at here. You got like a cowboy guy in a trench coat or a duster riding a cybernetic bull. Like, I don't even understand what this is. But it was right next to Justice League, so I just grabbed it, took it, and I rolled with it. And, you know, some of the art in it's pretty cool. That's a dope-looking spaceship, I gotta say. Ha! Couldn't agree more. Woo! And it sucks. Like, I really don't want to say things like that. I really don't want to be like, yo, Marvel Delinda Est or whatever, because growing up, man, I was a Marvel guy. If you look in my closet, I have more Marvel books in my collection than any other publisher. And the fact that I kind of feel like Marvel's just that bad, that should be a wake-up call to Marvel. It's not. They like where they're at. They like wallowing in mediocrity. I can't figure out why. Why settle for that when you can have excellence? But they don't. I don't think Marvel really exists as a company that publishes books anymore. I think Marvel's more like a company that publishes ideas for things somebody might want to turn into a screenplay. And so it doesn't really matter what they produce, as long as they produce something to keep the trademarks and the copyrights and all that active on these characters. That's a dope spaceship, though. I really like this alien dude. I don't know who he is. Like I said, I don't know anything about any of this stuff. Is this like Cowboys in Space? Because if I've picked up a book that is literally Cowboys in Space by accident, I'm going to be very happy with myself. Oh man, she's ripping through the page. Hey, March Hare. How's it going, March Hare? Hold on, I gotta mute again because I'm about to cough. I apologize. I might have to make another cup of this tea. Like, this is some pretty good stuff. Oh, man. Oh, a bunch of chat. Let's see. Ethereal Dragon says, used to be an X-Men fan. I'm still an X-Men fan. I just don't like modern X-Men. Eli Easy says, that's how I feel about Image. Ooh. That's an interesting statement, because Image still cranks out some good stuff, but Image isn't really a comic book company in the same vein that Marvel and DC are, since Image publishes things that are brought to them. You know what I mean? Let's see, there's March Hare coming in. Haven't read X-Men since last one. I don't think I've read X-Men since Extinction. Yeah, I don't think I've read X-Men since the Extinction event. Which... Bro, I don't even know how you go from Extinction to where they're at now. Like, it doesn't make one lick of sense. Dark Stars, that looks interesting. It seems interesting, dude. Like, it's like Space Cowboys or something. Here, look, let me just open this up. Like, we're like in a space bar, and people are fighting. Ooh, hey. 4-issue new format miniseries for Zatanna. Interesting. I've never even heard of that book. You know, that is one thing about looking at some of this old stuff is, look at this. Here's a space Texan with a space cigar right here. Like, what is going on with this book? I don't even know, bro. We've got aliens, Texans, helicopters, spaceships. Look, did he just punch this guy with a boomerang? I think he just punched this guy with a boomerang. This may turn out to be a really dumb book, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing flipping through it. So, I got some high hopes for Dark Stars, man. This looks stupid and fun. So, they're the 3 books I got for free, right there. And I'm gonna mute the mic for just a second again. Take some more, another drink of tea. Might get a cough drop or something. Maybe that'll help me out. And you're a fan of Boom's Power Rangers, my dude? I've heard great things about Boom's Power Rangers, but I've never read it. I don't think I can get into Power Rangers as a comic book. Like, conceptually, Sentai doesn't work on paper in my mind. Now, I could be wrong about that because... there was that empowered, manga book that came out a while back, Empowered versus the Soldier of Love or something like that, where she fights a Sentai character, and that actually worked out pretty well, but it was also very tongue-in-cheek like Empowered usually is. So, I don't know. Power Rangers is great. It's better than the TV show. Okay. Maybe I will start checking that out. I don't know. And March Air says, I haven't really read X-Men since the 90s when my LCS closed. I bought the Slipcase Omnibus collection a couple years ago. I think most of the best X-Men stuff is in the late 80s, early 90s, man. It all went hand in hand with when the cartoon was on the air. Like, that stuff, very... I'm trying to think of the right word. Seminal? Is that the word I want? Authoritative? Like, it's the core of what X-Men is. And the stuff that came before it, not so important. The stuff that came after it is like fan fiction. But that core stuff, and I guess you can go all the way back to like Giant Size X-Men #1, and like the Dark Phoenix saga, Days of Future Past, the early 80s kind of stuff, and include that in the canon. But that's like the X-Men. From Giant Size X-Men #1 up until, I don't know, Grant Morrison's X-Men run, something like that. And that is probably like the core X-Men experience. And everything else outside of that is just kind of like fan fiction. Who cares? I am going to mute my mic like I said I was going to. I just popped a cough drop in, and I'm going to try to keep from coughing here for a minute. So enjoy the music for just a second. This is the Endless Space soundtrack, which produced by Amplitude Studios, which is now owned by Sega. And they said on Twitter somewhere many years ago that you could use this music as long as you gave attribution. So there you go. Man, this cough drop is really mentholated. It's got a lot of menthol in it. It's mentholated. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy my tea now. The only thing I remember from I think it was in Morrison's stuff, was a bit where, geez, maybe this was after Morrison. But it was a bit where some dude had come up with like a pill that would duplicate like the X-Men's powers. And I'm pretty sure this was Grant Morrison, but maybe it's not. But this was like the last X-Men thing that I thought was really cool. So some dude had this pill that duplicated X-Men's powers. And these dudes, the X-Men were like trying to stop him or whatever. And these one dudes all took like the Wolverine pill. And so they popped claws, right? And then they all keeled over in pain because, they just had like bone claws ripped through their skin. And Wolverine's just like, yeah, that's what it means to be Wolverine. And that was like the last really cool thing I recall from the X-Men. I don't even know if it's that cool. But that just kind of stuck with me. I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see. And Easy says, I hope Valiant does the Eternal Warrior right. The writer describes Glad as a buff guy who loves forever. I think you mean lives forever. But he also loves forever. He's eternal. He loves the Geomancer, right? It was pretty cool. Just seeing, like... How do I put this? Just seeing, like, that snapshot of what Wolverine goes through. Like, he looks really cool, right? It's like, oh man, I'd love to just like go snicked and have claws and stab people or whatever, right? Like, oh, that's so cool. Until you realize, oh wait, those claws are going right through your skin. Like, that's gonna hurt, bro. You're stabbing your hand to pop your claws out. And having that accurately like depicted with normal people encountering that for the first time, I thought that was like some thumbs up writing right there. Alright, Batman Adventures Continue, Season 2, Number 6, because we need to make our book titles as long as possible. Yeah, whatever. I'm just trying to find, like, something really cool. This artist is sloppy, bro. So this isn't the artist that the series started with. It's somebody else. But there's some really sloppy line work. There's some really solid stuff, like this panel here. That's great. Robin looks fantastic right there. The coloring actually looks airbrushed, like episodes of the TV show. But then there's stuff where it's just like, you went too quick when you were drawing this panel. Why are the top of her teeth blue? Like, generally you don't cast a shadow on your teeth when your mouth is open. That's so weird. So I kind of like the art, because the dude is like doing this airbrushing effect on some of the panels, and it looks great. It feels more like the cartoon. But at the same time, this dude is doing some weird stuff. Yeah, okay, whatever. Wouldn't the greatest team in the multiverse just be like all the multiverse's Supermen? Like, who even is this back here? Who is that? I have no idea who that is. And my surprise is making me cough. Okay, dudes, I think I got it. I'm having a great time BSing with you, which is like happened to me yesterday when I was hanging out with Six and we're streaming on Twitch. I've gotten to the point where I'm just going to cough a bunch. So, I'm going to take a minute, try to fix that, and then we'll get through like these last couple books real quick, okay? I'm sorry to cut this off sooner than I intended. Okay, anyway, I got high hopes that Batman the Adventures Continue is going to keep being good, because I really liked the previous issue, hoping this one's going to be just as good. Justice League Infinity, number 5. Which is a bunch of superpowered beings versus the bad guys from World War II. And an advertisement for Gotham City Villains Anniversary Giant. Ooh, looks like our heroes are in peril. Seriously, it's freaking Doomsday, dude. Although I think that Doomsday is like General somebody or other, so he's not really Doomsday. But he could have been Doomsday. He looks like Doomsday. And the last book is Inkblot number 13. This has been a great young adult, focused kind of story. I think anybody can enjoy this. Maybe the weakest part of this book is the fact that we keep jumping around in time, so the narrative is kind of non-linear, but we're just following the stupid cat around. And the cat is a non-linear being of chaos. And there's just a lot of really fun things that have happened in this book. We've explored like fantasy worlds, we've been to like sort of the Earth, which looks like we've returned to that part of the story in this issue. And it looks like things are about to go really bad for everybody. No, General Zod was another guy. There's General Zod right there on the cover. It's like one of the American generals, I think, was who Doomsday was. I might be mistaken, man. I'll be honest. In the previous issues, the stuff that hasn't been interesting, which has been most of the book, I've just kind of glazed over. I've just been like, whatever. There's some stuff in here that... Sorry. There's some stuff in here that I'm actually interested in. I want to see John Stewart and Shira Hall How they're like, that's the main reason I'm in this book. The cartoon series ended on the gigantic cliffhanger of their relationship, and I want to see how it goes. So a lot of the other stuff I've kind of just been like, psh, whatever, because I thought it's stupid. Diana in the last issue, hanging out with an alternate dark side. That was a pretty cool issue. I dug that one. I think that was the last issue that had that stuff. This stuff with Superman on yet another evil Superman world has just been kind of like whatever. Like, it really is. It's like, okay, how many worlds have we been to where Superman has come in and there's been like evil bad guys from World War II running the world? Like, we've literally encountered that 2 or 3 times in the cartoon series. We didn't need to go through that same story again. There were a lot of other possible things, a lot of other possible bad guys they could have thrown in. But I guess, you know, the book's really not aimed at me. It seems weird, you know, to produce a book that's a sequel to a cartoon series from 20 years ago, and then to rehash plot points from the cartoon series instead of coming up with new stuff. But I guess if you're really aiming this at you know, a younger demographic or something, that doesn't really matter because they probably didn't see the Superman cartoon where he went to the world where he became an evil Superman. I don't know. So it's probably okay. It just feels kind of trite to me. Oh, dude, there's our hero in Inkblot over here on the right, talking to her brother who's like the ruler of the known universe. I love this book. This book is fantastic. I like everything about this book. I wish the story was a little easier to follow and a little easier to understand where it's coming from, where it's going, that kind of stuff. But as it is, Inkblot has just been a great read. And I gotta get out of here. I feel another cough attack about to come on. Ethereal Dragon, Eli Easy, March Hare, Mario Monkey, and anybody that's been out there lurking, and anybody that I missed, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it, my dudes. And if you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button. And I hope to see you all again next time. So until then, take care of yourselves. And as they say, bye-bye.